What's up and good morning, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today's kind of an important day in terms of we're going to be leaving to Sema in the next couple of days. So today's the day I want to really just finalize everything. I don't want to leave anything to the last minute. I've been a lot more relaxed this year for Sema because obviously we're not doing as crazy of a build as the Denali here. And essentially the build's done, other than a couple little things. Like today we need to get all of the sponsorship decals on the Tahoe. I did have one major screw up. And that is, I completely forgot that we have a Gen Y hitch for the Tahoe, which you guys are probably saying it's a lower Tahoe. Why would you put a hitch on it? I don't know. I think it'll look crazy and stupid, so why not? And I'm almost embarrassed to show you guys the back seat of my truck right now, but just assured, like, I had to move everything out of the way so Gunner could be sitting back here. So yes, it's quite the mess, but we've got the Gen Y hitch right here for the Tahoe. And I think what we're gonna do is, I'm gonna powder coat it white. I'll leave the step black. That way we kind of tie in with the white and black theme. Just, you know, super simple, clean. So I'm gonna run that up to Swift powder coating right now, and hopefully they can get it done in time. I know I always seem to like drop off stuff that I need like in an emergency to them, and they seem to always pull it off, so hopefully today is no different, but we'll see when we get up there. Then I just spent all morning looking for my ball for my Gen Y hitch for the Denali, and I actually found it, so we're gonna be swapping that out later. We are going to be towing the Tahoe to Sema, so I want to get the trailer set up today. I want to make sure we've got the right straps, that way we can tie it down. So today's gonna be kind of a little cluster of a day trying to figure everything out and just finish off all these little loose ends. All right guys, wish me luck. Let's hope we can do it.
Oh, where are you going, bro? You don't like this color?
Wait, you don't like the hammer?
Yeah, I love it.
See what color white we can get. It's closest to the truck. So obviously with powder coat going white, you're kind of screwed on trying to match like white paint because there's just so many different shades of white. Black's a lot easier, but see what the closest color to the correct white is here, being that the Tahoe's the same color as my Denali.
Seal core? This one's Bengal, yeah, it's way too white. That's the one here.
Seal core?
That's the closest one you're gonna find.
Gotcha. Done deal.
When it comes to that.
All right, so seal core white. That's the color.
If I have enough time, I might be able to tweak out and do black inlay right here and then this.
Now here's where I tell you about how much time we got.
Need a day.
Tomorrow works. I totally forgot I had this piece, otherwise it would have been here a long time ago. I forgot this was going on the Tahoe.
Two-toning that fast. If I leave the silver on there, it's doable that fast. But if I take the silver off, a lot of work. He won't let me do it, but I can do it.
Well, I don't know, so...
What other colors are on the truck?
It's all black and white. Everything's
Black and white, so let's just do black and white. Let's try to two-tone it.
If you got time to two-tone it and you can two-tone it by tomorrow, you're the man. I will say, so remember how we did our diff cover? And we busted that out and you guys crushed that? Guess what Banks offers now? Banks offers a diff cover exactly the way that we did it. So, well done.
Innovation, brother.
Well done,
innovation.
Yep.
These 4 drilled, they're
so
threaded.
those are set screws. So when you put your hitch in.
So you're gonna have to go through, obviously, and tap those out.
So I don't care if you just plug those. Don't even strip them. Just plug them.
You're not even gonna use those?
I'll never use it. I've never used a set screw on
so
that.
why even plug them? Just let it be.
Or do that, yeah.
I'll powder right into it.
I got no problem with it. Yeah, if you want, if it ends up
it'll either
failing.
end up all white, or I'll tweak on it and I'll get it dialed in for you. Just to let you know, this only gets done for like the above 9-inch club. If you lift your shit up over 9 inches, we do the custom stuff. But all you guys running around there with your body lifts and your 4-inch lifts, sorry, brother.
But somehow we snuck in with a lower top.
Right? Yeah. No one knows it's for a Tahoe.
There you go.
Looks like it's for a big old truck.
See what kind of projects they're working on. Looks like we got some fencing going on. I don't know what this is. It looks kind of like a roof or something for maybe a golf cart. Looks like we got some fresh wheels coming out. Little metallic plate going on in there. These look sick. So they're gonna be running white bead locks on the red wheels. It's gonna be a nice look. It's crazy how many bolts go into like true bead locks when you actually gotta change out a wheel. And just look at all the bolts going all the way around. That's insane. Are you preheating that? What does that do? What does preheating it do?
Any last chemicals, oil, residue, anything like that, it's gonna bake it out of there.
Gotcha.
So I don't have to worry about it when I powder coat it. That way it comes through and you'll see a big bubble or something nasty.
Cool, so it sounds like they're gonna get us all taken care of. They're gonna try to two-tone it in like less than a day. So if they can pull that off, it's gonna be awesome. And it got me a sweet Swift powder coating hat. So again, thank you, huge thank you to the guys over at Swift Powder Coating. One thing I like about hanging out at shops like this is you see some random stuff in here, you know? I don't know what Camp Lesbian 2019 is, but sounds like a good time. We're gonna run down now, pick up the Tahoe, take it to the house. That way we can start working on the decal setup and figure out what we're gonna do, exactly how I wanna kind of theme things or where I wanna put the decals. So next step, see you at the warehouse. So we are back at the warehouse. Let me get some lights on. One of the other things I forgot that I got for the Tahoe, and then don't get mad at me because they were just some cheap Amazon last minute things, was I totally forgot we needed to swap out the headlights to some LED bulbs because they're halogen bulbs right now. So you get the yellow versus like the running lights below it are like the truer white. So I wanted to make sure we don't have yellow lights. It just doesn't look right. Pop the hood. So here you guys can see the color difference. Obviously, we can't live with that. And luckily, the bulbs on the Tahoe are a lot easier to get to than the ones on the Denali, but I believe we just reach right back there. We can get this booger opened up, maybe, kind of. Let's see. So one of the joys of dealing with the aftermarket world is things, obviously, fittings, couplings, connections, sometimes aren't the same as factory was, which I don't understand why, but I just went over and checked the factory headlights. And it looks like it is a proper H11 bulb, whereas the Anzo headlights that I have are not H11, it's looking like. So yeah, we're gonna be, I don't know. Let me see if I can make this work. Maybe I'm doing something wrong, but looking at that versus looking at this, we're dealing with two different types of bulbs. I don't know exactly what bulbs these run. I probably should have done a little bit more research, but that's what I get for just assuming things. And place order. All right, well, we just placed a Amazon order for some more LED headlights. Apparently, the standard Tahoe are H11. Looks like these bulbs on the Anzo lights are H7, so I've ordered some H7s that'll be here tomorrow. I guess we'll put this back together, pull the Tahoe out of the shop, and, you know, we can't let this stop our day. You know, I haven't seen this thing outside of the warehouse for a while. I kind of forget how cool it is. I know, you know, it's super simple, but to me, like, there's beauty in simplicity. I've also forgot, this thing's getting pretty dirty. Having, I guess, all the dust blow under the roll-up door. Obviously, Sema, being that it's a big trade show, one of the most important things is decaling your vehicle up with all of your sponsors. Obviously, your main sponsor, the sponsor who's gonna put you in their booth. Like, that's important. This is all marketing. It's like NASCAR. The reason there's so many decals on NASCAR is because it's all marketing. So on the Tahoe, I'm really trying to figure out exactly how I want to do the decal scheme. I want to keep it clean. And if you guys remember last year on my Denali, we did the entire back window of the truck with all the Sema decals. And we tied it in kind of with the copper powder coat. Well, unfortunately, on the Tahoe here, we don't really have a color. I stuck to black and white. And I'm sorry, I can't really see here without my sunglasses on. I stuck to black and white. And I don't want to just put white decals on the dark windows. I just think it's going to look cheap. But we're going to have to do it in either black or white because we got to keep with that theme, and I think it's going to look best. So hopefully this shows up on camera well, but I've kind of just done a couple of quick little sketches with some ideas. One being just putting them all along the lower portion of the doors there. The other being the whole rear quarter panel. But I'm kind of really liking the subtleness of running everything under the door. So I think first things first though, we should measure up exactly how big the decals are gonna have to be on the lower portion here. And it looks like we can play with about 5 inches max. Now I'm gonna take my computer and transfer everything to the computer that's hooked up to the decal cutter and start getting all of these cut out. I'm gonna have to scale them, try and figure it out, and then try and make sure everything fits on the Tahoe itself. So one of the pain in the butt parts about doing all the decal stuff is you have to take logos that look like this and essentially convert them into something that can be cut out of one color and still make sense, because we're not printing the logos, we're doing them all cut out of vinyl. And last year I paid a company to draw up all the files for me, cut the decals, and actually install the decals. It ended up being pretty expensive, but it was nice having the pros kind of do that. I'm not a graphics designer, but I'm really trying to stay committed to, like, this is gonna be a Sema budget build, so you know what? Screw it. I'm gonna deal with all the design work. Luckily, my designer that does a lot of the workforce stuff with us, she jumped in and helped me kind of render some of these files, and then we'll see what happens. Sometimes they cut well, sometimes you don't really know. We'll do a couple of quick test cuts, and then I'm just using some extra white vinyl that I have right now because I'm running pretty low on black vinyl right there in at least the 16-inch rolls. I've got a 24-inch roll, but then I gotta like adjust settings on the cutter over here, and I don't feel like doing that right now. And now comes everybody's favorite part of ever making decals, weeding everything out. All right, guys, well, I've gone back and forth a few different ways on kind of just mocking these up. Then I kind of came up with this idea because it seems like everybody's running decals on the bottom of their doors or on the windows. So I don't know. Now I'm going back and forth. Like, this would be easier to do because we don't have to worry about running out of length or trying to like size things for the height of the 5 inches that we have down there. But unfortunately, I can't wait for your guys' help because these got to go on tonight. I mean, it's Halloween right now. There's kids and people running around outside.
Ain't nobody coming, I've been gunning from 100 yards, trying to hit my mark, missing every time. This'll be the start of the picture perfect. Watch it when she working with no hands. I got plans, stack 100 bands, people in the stands and they fans singing every song and they copping merch. This'll work. I emerge while you falling off and perk. While you leaning, I'm even scheming to heat up like steaming demons. I left for 6 years, they feeding. I came back to make a scene and get rich. All the benefits, all the businesses, smoking mirrors to make it clearer. I'm all up in your shit. I'm like the clown from here, cause down here everybody flows. I've been bagging the baddest and everybody knows. Body blows to bring their head down. I'm ahead now. Stacking bread and cut the overhead. I'm more prepared now. Feel like Freddie to your favorite rapper. Yeah, they scared now. Kill them all inside my dreams except they really dead now. Head down.
Yeah, that was cool and all. I need you to go harder than that, come on.
Ain't nobody coming to find me, you ain't no contract to sign me. I put that boot behind me and wrote this song to remind me it's only us, phony plus, so we only trust if you down here in the trenches with us while we coming up. This is crime mode, preteen hard, chafing in your jeans, playing just a tip until you slip. Now we on the scene, the game, say my name like Candyman in the mirror. I pop up with a
Alright, well, after a bunch of back and forth, I opted to end up just going below the door there, and I'm sorry for the lighting right now being weird, but my Milwaukee tower light is kind of throwing a pretty bright light, so we might make some shadows, but I ended up running all the decals underneath the doors. I just think it ends up being a much cleaner look, but let me tell you guys, this has been a battle. You're dealing with so many different logos that are in different file formats and trying to get them to where like they convert to want to be cut. It's just an absolute pain in the butt. The crappy thing is, I now have to do the other side. And it's starting to get colder in the garage, and decals don't enjoy sticking when it's cold, so we're gonna see how that goes. I hate to make 2-day videos into one, but I think that's what's gonna end up happening tonight. So I'm gonna spin the Tahoe around, do the other side. I think there's one thing I've learned today is next year, if we do another Sema build, I'm paying somebody again to do this. I ain't doing it again. So I will see you guys tomorrow. And well, look, we are back day 2, right where we started day 1. Now, the one good thing about this being a 2-day video is you'll get to see the hitch powder coated. So we're gonna run up there right now, pick that up. Unfortunately, they weren't able to do the 2-tone powder coat in the super short time frame that I gave them, so totally understood. They ended up just powder coating the whole thing white, but I think it's gonna look really sick. So we're gonna run up there. I've already been to the warehouse this morning. We actually wrapped the little piece underneath the bumper that everybody has been mentioning is still chrome left on the Tahoe, so that got wrapped this morning. And well, in the midst of the stress and the chaos of getting Sema ready, I kind of forgot that today was my birthday, but that don't mean a day off. Anybody that takes a day off of work for their birthday drives me absolutely nuts, so today shall be no different. All right, let's see what we got. Woo! Look at that. Looks good, buddy. Looks good. Oh yeah, wrapped up tight.
Shit, we just done it.
Most awkward piece ever.
We could have just done it like that. We didn't even need to powder coat it.
Good, dude. Yeah, it's done. It's coated.
Well, now you want to bust your shit on it.
All right, well, in the essence of getting this video out to you guys today, I think we're gonna end it here. I've still got a few things running around to do. There's a chance the beard might be going before Sema or just trimmed up a little bit more, I don't know. We shall see, so stay tuned. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have not subscribed already, please click the subscribe button now that you do not miss out on any future content. Don't forget to give this video a like and get a thumbs up. Don't forget to check out workforapparel.com because if there's anything you want in this life, you gotta be willing to work for it. Again, a huge thank you to Swift Powder Coating for knocking this out in an insane amount of time. And a big thank you to you guys for watching these videos. Y'all are the best. I'm out.
Damn. Yeah. Yeah.